I am 13 years old and I have known Shenna Bellows my whole life. I was too young to remember. I do remember hearing all about all the amazing things she has done throughout my childhood. When she was Secretary of State and State Senator. She has always fought for a better future for all Mainers, and I've seen the good that has come from that. I want to grow up in a world that protects my freedoms and my future, and I know Shenna Bellows will make that happen. I will always remember getting the chance to introduce our next governor, Shenna Bellows.
Here in a special place for me and my husband. This is a place that we have walked many times in winter and summer and fall. It means so much. Yeah. I started my day in my hometown of Hancock, Maine and Hancock County. It's where almost 50 years ago, my parents bought a piece of land, built our home, and grew our family. And it's a really special place down East Maine, as is me. Because after all, when the sun rises over America, before our cities stir and our highways hum, first light shines down on Maine before anywhere else in the country. And with that first light comes the promise of a new day. I believe that now more than ever, we need a new day in America. We need new leadership. And I am proud to announce that I am Shenna Bellows, and I am running for governor of the great Growing up in Maine, like so many families, we didn't have it easy. The first summer after my parents bought that land, we lived in a tent while they dug out an old cellar hole. We spent the next winter in the basement. And the following summer, my dad built a log cabin with logs from our land. We didn't have running water or electricity until I was in the 5th grade, but somehow my parents never made us feel poor. My dad was a carpenter, who worked hard to support us. My mom worked factory jobs, making light bulbs and Christmas wreaths. Later, she went to work in a greenhouse, and in her 50s, she became a nurse, and I am so proud of her. My parents taught me that if you want something, you work hard. No shortcuts, no excuses. I worked through high school and college, waiting tables, working retail. I was a Subway sandwich artist. True fact. I prepped lobster rolls at the old Tidal Falls Lobster Pound. Like many Mainers, I know what it's like to work hard. And my hometown is like a microcosm of Maine. Blue collar, not big city. Hardworking, real, rural. In that town, every Memorial Day, we'd festoon our bicycles with apple blossoms and gather on the town green to honor our veterans and those lost in war. At Hancock Grammar School, I learned to read from my kindergarten teacher who introduced me this morning. And I took speech therapy from Mrs. Lindbergh. On Tuesdays, we'd take the bus after school to the Hancock Congregational Church for Tuesdays after school church for kids. And later, we'd return to that same church hall for Girl Scouts. I come from a small town. My values come from a small town. They fuel who I am today and why I believe what I believe and why I'm fighting for the kind of Maine I grew up in. I believe that every Mainer deserves a home because everyone needs a safe place to sleep at night. I know I'm not the only child who's ever had to rely on the kindness of neighbors for shelter when our basement flooded when the storm blew in. I believe every child deserves a good education to help them reach their dreams because it's because of the education at Hancock Grammar School and Ellsworth High School that I'm standing before you here today as Maine's Secretary of State and candidate for governor. I believe that good health and wellness is a human right because whether it was the basement or the kerosene lamps, the smoky wood cook stove, or maybe luck of the draw, I developed bad asthma as a child, and the emergency room saved my life more than once. The truth is, nobody in this country should be sick because they are poor or poor because they are sick. I believe that every Mainer who takes a leap to start a business like my dad did deserves a government that makes it easier to grow that business and prosper. I saw my parents struggle too many times with complicated paperwork and tax filings that were far more complex than they needed to be. Our entrepreneurs need bridges, not barriers to success. Yes. I believe every Maine senior who worked hard their whole life deserves to retire with dignity and supports. I've seen firsthand how my mom and my stepdad have penny pinched to make ends meet and enjoy their golden years. I believe in serving those who served us, in honoring veterans like my late grandfather who fought in World War II, to ensure that we grow up in a world that valued human life above all. Our veterans fought and sacrificed for a better world. It is our responsibility to support them when they come home. Justice, equality, and freedom for all under the law. That's why I've fought for civil rights and tribal sovereignty my entire career. Yeah. Because no matter who you are, or where you come from, or who you love, you deserve dignity, respect, and a fair shot at the American dream. Right now, we need leaders who will meet the moment. Because while we're paying our taxes or helping our parents measure out their medications, our country is being demolished by a greedy, unelected billionaire who thinks his dollars are more powerful than our voices, who thinks the value of his stock portfolio matters more than the values of our community. My dad was a carpenter, and let me tell you, he knew what a chainsaw and a wood chipper were used for. I'll give you a hint. It wasn't to shred our senior safety nets or our children's textbooks or our veterans' health care. And if Elon Musk hurts himself swinging around that big chainsaw one day, I hope he's got quality, accessible, affordable health insurance. And a hard-working home health care nurse just like my mom was. And if he deserves that, all of us do. Mainers deserve the opportunity to work hard during the day, go to sleep at night knowing that our families are safe and that our futures that we dream of are possible. Mainers deserve to know that the government they support supports them and that they can rely on and trust our leaders. Unfortunately, the only thing that Elon Musk has ensured that the government is unreliable as his exploding spaceships, and that your private information can be leaked to anyone who wants it, and that your social security check may not come someday because he didn't want to pay his taxes and needed to offset those costs. So let's talk what's happening here in Maine. We have a growing economic crisis in America. Families can't find safe, affordable housing. We get sticker shock from trying to buy the basics like milk and eggs. I was in the gas station just last week buying a gallon of milk and it was over $5, and the cashier and I were just mumbling about it.
Ridiculous.
It is ridiculous. And Donald Trump and Elon Musk are warning Americans that more pain will come, but it'll be worth it if billionaires get tax cuts. The people who need tax relief are the working people of Maine. Our farmers, our fishermen, our nurses, our carpenters, our teachers. They're the drivers of our economy, the pillars of our community, and the people we need government looking out for and fighting for. And that is what I will do for you as your next governor. We have the power to be the change we wish to see in this world, to make government work for us the way we work for each other.
Yeah.
I've done it my entire life, taking on tough challenges, fighting what's right and winning. I know what leadership is and what it can do for me at a time like this. Leadership was when I brought people together to pass anti-discrimination protections in 2005, and later, the freedom to marry for all of our LGBTQ+ friends and neighbors. Leadership was when in 2011 I organized a campaign to defeat Governor LePage's attacks on abortion access. I spent more than a decade doing that work and leading that fight because it is a woman's right to make the best choices for herself, her body, and her family. Leadership was in 2014 when I walked 350 miles from Holton to Kittery to hear the stories of working class Mainers and lift up their vision for good jobs and what we need to move our state forward. Leadership was in 2016 when I won a state Senate seat that voted for Donald Trump and voted for me that same year. I ran on promises to fight for property tax relief and safe drinking water. And I delivered to my district, and I was re-elected time and time again. Leadership was then serving as chair of the Labor and Housing Committee and moving forward passage of breakfast after the bell to feed our kids, paid sick leave, and equal pay for equal work. Leadership was stepping up as Maine's Secretary of State to modernize our services and make government more efficient to serve our customers, the people of Maine. As your Secretary of State, I am very proud. I implemented appointments at the Bureau of Motor Vehicles so you can get in and out and home. I implemented automatic voter registration at the Bureau of Motor Vehicles so that when young people get their license, they can register to vote at the same time. And just last year, I implemented online voter registration so that everyone has that ability to register to vote from the convenience of their own home. Yeah. Leadership is about delivering for the people of Maine. Leadership is about doing what is right even when it is hard. Last winter, I issued a decision that declared Donald Trump ineligible to be on the ballot because of his incitement of the January 6th insurrection. It was a violent revolt that killed and injured police officers, threatened the people's representatives, and betrayed our chosen values. And because of that decision, my family and I were targeted, threatened, and harassed. But I stayed in office, and I did my job, because Mainers elected me to do right by them, to uphold the Constitution and the law of the land. And that is part of why I'm running for governor, is to do hard things, to represent the people, and to uphold the Constitution and the rule of law, no matter when, no matter what. I love Maine, and I know that we have the power to lead the nation in quality education, economic development, and climate resilience. Maine is the best place on earth. It was the best place to grow up. Maine values and our way of life are worth fighting for, and my vision for Maine is one where all are welcome. My vision for Maine is one where the government of the people works for the people. And as your next governor, I will work hard to modernize our services to better serve every single person here in our state. And in doing so, make life better for working people, for children, for seniors, for veterans. As your next governor, I'll fight for affordable housing and good paying jobs to help working families prosper. I'll fight for a fair system where the wealthy pay their fair share and we do right by working people and small business owners. I'll fight to always keep our kids, people with disabilities, and seniors safe. But I can't do it without your support. Are you with me? BellowsForMaine.com. Sign up for opportunities to get involved. There will be so much work and so much fun in the 18 months ahead. Next, invest in our campaign. As I shared with you, I don't come from money, but I have you. And we have each other. And if you can just chip in $25 today to get us started, we'll be on our way. And third, talk to your friends and family. Maine is like one large small town with dirt roads like the one I grew up on. I am a down east dirt road Democrat. We're a small town with a big heart. We need you, the grassroots, my friends, my family, to share the word with your friends and your family. Share our content on social media. Tell your communities why you're joining me in this fight. We know times are hard. There are powerful forces working hard to take away our rights, our freedoms, and our opportunities, all so they can enrich themselves. But as hard as they are working to destroy our country, we will work even harder. As your governor, together, all of us, we will work to preserve this country, to love our neighbors, to take care of each other, and protect our Maine way of life. This is a moment that calls for leadership, boldness, action. Are you with me? Yeah! Are you ready to win? Yeah! Thank you, thank you.
Take a picture of the podium.